folks, it's Dane at Jonah Guitars. I'm working on the acoustic because I want to keep the videos coming out. This is the problem with this guitar, is that it's the most backburnered project I have going on in the shop right now. I have a client build that is, a priority, and I have all my repairs that come in constantly that are a priority. So the acoustic, not being a client build, what I typically refer to as a spec build, just something I want to do to make me happy, but it gets backburnered. So if you'd like to see more videos on this, I guess just get a hold of me. Let me know that you want to buy this guitar, and then it will become a client build, and it will become more of a featured instrument in my time. Something under here. A little stick. Okay, so the last video on this guitar, I did the binding. I mentioned that the binding, I should have sized the binding more accurately. I got ahead of myself because I'm trying to keep these videos coming out on this guitar once a week, and what did I do? I got ahead of myself, and I just bent these bindings before I sized them down appropriately for the height. They're also thicker than they need to be, but not so much that that's going to be an issue as far as that goes, getting those scraped down. So I probably should have just taken this tape off before I started the camera. This process will consist of using a block plane, my little block plane here, which I did take some time and sharpen a bit because I needed it for another project, and lower the binding closer to the top, which you would have to do anyway, but instead of using the block plane, probably start with just a scraper and just scrape it down. And I'll get to the scraper on this and show you what I'm talking about. This probably won't be a long video. Yeah. Oh, just to get back to the thing, if you want to see this guitar get more attention, like a client build would get, like I said, contact me. I'll be happy to sell it to you. Send me $1,000 for a deposit, and we'll call it yours. It's going to be a great guitar, so that shouldn't be an issue. All right, I will bring you back. Okay, one other thing I should probably point out is that I don't normally come in and trim the binding off on a guitar that is only 1/4 of the way done. I'm doing this just so that I can get a video out and kind of just show you how the process is. Of course, the process will be the same for all of the binding on the guitar. Yeah, so that's about that. I'll see. I might have to grab a clamp and clamp this sled down here so it doesn't move around on me. Make sure you're still in the frame. Yep. Make sure I'm still in the frame. Anyway, so here we go. So this would have happened a lot faster if I had sized it a little closer to begin with. going to clamp it so I can get that 2 hands free. Go ahead and give it a little more blade, far enough away from this that I don't have to worry about digging into the top. Okay, that's all good for a scraper. All the way into here, this is July. Kind of tell you're close when you start hitting the purfling, getting the purfling up in the curls too. So a little high right in here. I'm going to back my blade off a bit. Last thing I need to do is catch that top. Moving on to scraper. Oh, there's still a pretty good ledge there. All right, I've got the scraper here. I taped the corners just so I don't dig in. Seen a lot of guys scraping binding without doing that. They're probably just a whole lot better at it than I am. You can see how close we were right here. I'm already hitting the top. So it's pretty close with that plane. And this is so close that just once I get it like that and it's not hitting a couple of spots, it'll sand right in. Okay, all of that is close enough that when I sand it, it'll sand right in. You can see it looks really clean. Oh, I don't know how much detail you can see in the camera as far away as it is, but I managed to get around that and not nicking the top at all with the plane, and then just using the scraper to get me a little closer in. And like I said, when I go to sanding, that will all blend in there. So that is 1/4 of the top edge of the binding done. Same thing on the sides. Basically, I'm not going to take a plane to that, so yeah, I wouldn't take a plane to that. Basically, it's going to be a lot more scraper action. Oops, doing, spitting out, just scraping it off, and I'll do a lot of it by hand like that. I could even take the roller sander and sand it once I have both edges to work on at the same time. Just run that roller sander around here and get it close, and then bring it in with the scraper. And then final hand sanding and all that good stuff. So that is it basically. Once I get it bound, I'll flip it over and do the back. Okay. I hope that was helpful if you haven't done this sort of work and you're wondering how you go about getting all that flushed out without damaging the top. It didn't take that long, but like I said, this is 1/4 of the guitar. So anyway, thank you for watching, folks. We'll keep it going, and we will get this thing done eventually. I guess I should thank you for needing to get a video out every week. That gives me a reason, a priority to get out here and actually put a few minutes a week into this guitar, even though I've got all other kinds of stuff going on. So thanks again for watching. Take care, and we'll catch you next time around. Bye.